Welcome to Tuber Chat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The first channel that we're looking at today is Blogs and Fiction. This is a generous creator who's been back again and again and again, a loyal and dedicated supporter of Tuber Chat and everybody they meet within. They also are willing to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours. So if you'd like to connect with Blogs and Fiction, you'll find yourself growing faster than you even hoped for. So welcome, everybody. Welcome, Matt Blue Moon. Very excited to see you because you will be featured next Friday. And that's already scheduled and ready to go. Just Living Life is a previously featured channel here at Tuber Chat. MAH Videos, I am hoping that I can get you featured. It won't be this coming weekend. I had a little bit of a plan, and I almost was able to get you in, but it might be the weekend after. But I appreciate all the time that you've been spending with Tuber Chat, and I just want to make sure that you get recognized for that. The Essence of Sonia, it's always good to see you. That's a previously featured channel here at Tuber Chat. And then Sherry Green, it's always wonderful to see you as well. Michael's Adventures, who I find out supporting other creators all the time, is another previously featured channel here at Tuber Chat and is back in the chat. Another loyal, dedicated, and generous supporter of other channels. So I hope everybody's having a good time already connecting with each other. And I'm not going to wait today before getting channels on the screen. So I'm just going to get a few names. We'll leave Blogs and Fiction so we can have a look and see what else they've got going on. And then I will add some names to our Wheel of Doom. Lynn Kate, thank you for coming in. This might be your first time with Tuber Chat, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house and many more that will come through. You'll meet lots of new friends and family members as quickly as you'd like to, so please don't be shy. Everybody's here for the same thing. We all want to connect, so reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. Leave a single emoji next to their name to let them know that you want to connect with them and you're heading to their channel. Then watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment of at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Give the creator a thumbs up because we should always be doing that for each other. And if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat and then come back into the chat here. Leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way, and maybe say something about the video that you watched so that they can find your comment easily and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. As well, we have Samantha 1986 XOXO in the house. Thank you. It's always wonderful to see you. I know I just ran into you again this morning. That's a very active, dedicated, and loyal supporter. I was also happy to have caught a live stream from you finally, playing a video game. I don't know who you were playing with, but it looked like you were both having a great time. And then London Kev, it's good to see you. Pardon me for just one quick second here. Okay, pardon me for that. Here we're back in the house, and forgive me for not welcoming people a little bit earlier. I just stepped away for a second there, but it's great to see Shutterbug Infinity in the house. MJ and J family, it's always good to see you. Sherry Green, my advice about the comments, I'm so sorry, but I forget exactly what my advice was, but I'd love it if you would just let me know, because then I can reshare that information with everybody that's here. And forgive me, the reason why I say that is because I've done, you know how much I talk. You've been with us long enough now to know that I rhyme off about things for hours on end. But I also did a tutorial on my personal channel about comments and how I use TubeBuddy to speed up the process so I stay on top of them all the time. But I'd love to be able to share anything that's been helpful to anybody. So Lynn Kate, yeah, first time here, and I'm really happy that you've given Tuber Chat a chance. Hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members, and you'll see as I add channels on the screen and as I talk about different channels that come through the chat, you'll understand that we have a dedicated and loyal support system here. Creators who are going to come back to your channel not only in the coming days, but hopefully weeks, months, and eventually years to give you the comments, likes, views, hang out in your live streams, and all the other things we need as growing YouTubers. Travel around, good thing. It's always good to see you. I forget if we got to your channel yesterday when you were here. I have a feeling you were on the wheel, but then you left right before we got it up. So forgive me for that, but hopefully we'll have a chance to have a look at that. That Blue Moon, thank you for your kind words. And then Samantha, thank you very much. I really did have a good time. You and whoever you were playing with must be a friend of yours. Were pretty engaging, and it's I love video games as much as anybody. I don't get as much of a chance to play as, of course, I would like to, but it's always fun to see that kind of activity. Shen Zen Zen, another featured channel here from Tuber Chat, is back in the house again. Becky Peters, it's always good to see you. And I'm glad you're hooking up with MJ&J. That's a loyal and dedicated supporter who's been with Tuber Chat since the beginning. Philly Girl, always good to see you again. Did I catch you? Were you live yesterday? Why do I forget? I forget what you did. There was something that you just did. MH Videos, thank you for reminding everybody to give a thumbs up. Yes, if you would, it really does help the stream. And on a phone, you have to shut the chat off for a quick second and hit that. It only takes a moment. You don't lose your place, but I'd love it if you would do that. Kid Wonders Gaming and Live Stream is the second channel from Kid Wonders Life of Wonder. I've got your playlist on pause right now while I live stream, and I'll be right back to it. So Kid Wonders Life of Wonder is somebody Kid Wonders Gaming and Live Stream is willing to swap playlists with people, and so is Blogs and Fiction and many other channels in the chat. So if you want to swap playlists with people, then just simply say, I'm willing to swap playlists, and you'll find other creators reaching out to you to do that as well. Oh, there you go. Yes, so Philly Girl, you were live, and you were, oh, thank you very much for the consideration. Hitting 200 is a wonderful milestone. I'm glad that we see so many channels moving with a solid and strong foundation, of course. And that'll be a good replay. I just want to go back and see what you said. If I remember right, you might have said you're going on quickly too, but I will have a look because I'm really interested in that. If you're here long enough, of course, we'll get you on the wheel, we'll get your channel up, and then I'll remember when we have your channel up to add that into my watch later so that I don't forget and I get it. There's Rants with Rogers. I watched your trailer just about an hour ago before I was setting up for Tuber Chat. Great job, of course. That's what you can expect from a television journalist. And forgive me for pigeonholing you like that. It's not quite that, but Rants with Rogers is an engaging and dynamic creator. I always have a good time when I hang out. He's absolutely a pro on the highest level. And he just did a new trailer to let everybody know what's going on with his channel and how you can be a part of it. And then okay, I'm glad that people are connecting. So Kid Wonder is swapping playlists with Becky Peters. So if anybody else wants to swap playlists, then like I said, just please say so, and you'll find yourself meeting new friends and family members and getting those relationships started. That's the best thing that I like about swapping playlists with people. It's not for the watch hours. We all need that, and it really does help a little bit. But it's getting a relationship going with somebody, starting to build a friendship, and eventually being able to call each other family in the truest sense of the form. Or in the truest sense of the word. When you swap playlists with people, you're starting to trade favors. And this is how, society always works. So it's great to see people doing that. April Test Channel, it's great to have you back in. So thank you very much. I hope you meet some new friends and family members again today. And it looks like we are just about off to the races. So I will think about, let me spin the wheel. We'll put a channel up and then I'll add some names. I put some names on the wheel very early this time. So this is ironic, but that Blue Moon is coming up. This is a generous creator who is aggressively growing their channel. They recently made a video specifically for Tuber Chat, which we'll see in a moment, which we added to our front page. And that blue moon is going to be our featured channel for, I'll get your link in a second here for everybody. This is going to be our featured channel for Friday. Mr. Fulton Mraz, you will be the host of the DJ for your brother's graduation party. That's wonderful, Mr. Fulton Mraz. So that blue moon, let me get the link here for everybody right away. And then that'll give everybody a chance to connect with that blue moon easily. So this is our featured channel for this coming Friday. You just put another video out. Oh, actually, we talked about that yesterday. The Funny Fails 8 from GTA, which is my favorite game. And then this video right here with the long red line is a video that was made specifically for Tuber Chat. And we put that on our front page with a video from Georgia Bulldogs as well. So thank you so much for making that. I'm glad to see you're well over 150 right now. Let's see if we can get you closer to 160. It must be on your mind today. If anybody hasn't already connected with that blue moon, they are here for, it seems, every single live stream since they found Tuber Chat. And they are willing to connect genuinely. And they are a loyal and dedicated supporter. So I did say I was going to add some names to the wheel, so I'll do that before I spin. And I'll drop, I'll give a link one more time for that blue moon in a moment, just to make sure everybody gets a chance to connect. Here's MJ and J Family, which is one of the first channels that was featured here at Tuber Chat. Becky Peters, it's always wonderful to see you. Essence of Sonia is already on the wheel, travel around. I'm glad we're getting to you early today. London Kev, I finally went through my watch later list, so I think I got to your video just this morning, as a matter of fact. And let's get MAH videos, and I'll spin. Actually, I'll give the link for that blue moon one more time. And then Nightbot will drop it for us afterwards. Everybody's willing to dance, so hopefully they will connect with Becky Peters. Shen Zen Zen, did I welcome you already? I must have, but I hope so. But thank you for coming in again. Just Living Life is very close to getting on the wheel as well. And I did say I was just about to spin, so let me get that done. And we'll get another channel up here. And for everybody, there's one more link there to that blue moon if you want to connect with them. As their channel grows, they'll get higher up the search results. And eventually, when they have 1,000 subscribers, I'm sure they'll be coming up #1. So MAH Videos here has been spending quite a bit of time with Tuber Chat over the last long while. And is potentially a prospect to be a featured channel shortly. Hopefully they're still here already. MAH Videos, just do me a favor, let me know if you're still here. Sometimes people go like to connect with other channels and stuff like that and then come back. Of course. That's what we're supposed to be doing if we need to. If you're on a computer, it's easy because you can just open separate tabs like you see me doing while I'm here. But if you're on a phone, you got to leave and come back. I'll wait it out for like one more minute and then I will spin the wheel here. We should pop open Nightbot for a second. We can have a look at that. Those of you who live stream, I prefer Stream Elements for timers. However, I've got 2 going right now. So we'll add Georgia Bulldogs back in if they come in today. But that Blue Moon, your link will be dropped every 16 minutes. By Nightbot. I love music. It's wonderful to see you again. So thank you very much. So I'm going to, oh, there you are. Okay, good work. See, MAH, I'm quite confident is exactly doing what they're supposed to do, because they disappeared for a second and I was just about to get off their channel. And the next message that I see says to travel around, left footprints at your doorstep. So it means you're probably out connecting and just got back, which is perfect. That's exactly what we're supposed to be doing. On a phone, and the advice to save and watch later is a great place of advice. Yes, make things so much easier. Philly girl, I did not use my watch later list until only a couple months ago, when I found myself using this wheel and wanting to connect with people. Sometimes channels come in here and they leave really quickly, so they just drop one message and go, whether they don't like what they see or it's not their thing and they don't understand or whatever. It doesn't matter. Happens all the time. We usually get like 10 to 20 brand new channels every day, and then some of them just leave right away. That's okay. But for the ones who are here long enough to at least get on the wheel, then I put them up and I add a video into the watch later list, and I just love using that now. I also enjoy using it for, because, you know, I have 2 channels. I have my personal channel. So Tuber Chat is very focused. I usually use it just for connecting, but on my personal channel, I'll use it for videos that I notice that I really want to see and to stay up with kind of the things we always talk about here. That Blue Moon is happy to be dancing with everybody. MAH Videos, it's my pleasure to have you up here. So let me spin. I'm going to get another channel up, and then we'll see what else we're going to get to. Excuse me. I should remind everybody, hopefully you're already subscribed to Tuber Chat and you have the notification bell on. Next week's live streams are all scheduled already, as I try to do every week. But the times are changing drastically. So, yeah, hopefully you either have the notification bell on or you visit our front page and get notified about the individual live streams that you can make it to. The reason I move the times around, I can't move the days. I have to be here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But while we're here, I want to make sure we're getting new people all the time so that everybody can maximize their impact and build a good global following. So this is Shutterbug Infinity, and this is a new connection for Tuber Chat, although I feel like you've been here before. So forgive me if I'm wrong about that. Maybe you just weren't here long enough for me to get you on the wheel. April Test Channel, thank you very much. Oh, Kevin K is my personal channel. So if you want to connect with me, just when you leave a comment, I'll have to get back to you afterwards, of course. Anybody can connect with me on my personal channel if you'd like to. I just had memberships added yesterday. So tomorrow will be my first live stream. Since that happened, I'm going back out into Niagara Falls where I live and just walk around the honeymoon capital of the world. Those seem to be fairly entertaining, and I'll see if I can get Streamlabs mobile working for once. So Shutterbug Infinity, because you're a new connection for Tuber Chat, what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I'm going to see if I can find something around 10 minutes to give you at least a few minutes of watch time. Let's see what you've got here. The longest thing I'm finding is this 7-minute video, so I will add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I will go through my watch later list and I will watch that video in full. I will leave a meaningful, genuine comment of at least a couple of full sentences. I will give you a thumbs up, of course, because we should always be doing that for each other. And I will subscribe to you. And in that way, I will make sure that the connection sticks. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. Like I said, we're here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the time's off to change. So let me spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up. King Art 70, thank you for coming in. Oh, thank you very much, Kid Wonder, for running Tuber Chat. Just run it as long as you can stand to run it, but don't worry, because now that we're on, like, what are we on, episode 46 today? So if you can imagine, there's over 90 hours of live stream. So that's unreasonable for anybody to have to run. But because TuberChat does not have videos, only live streams right now, we're kind of stuck forcing everybody to run that. But TuberChat needs its watch hours just like everybody else does. So, of course, I'm willing to swap playlists on both accounts. If anybody wants to do that, you can just reach out to me. Here's London Kev. What did I watch? I watched the one, was it the guy singing in the square? Where's your red line? I thought I just watched it this morning. See, we're subscribed now. I don't know. I don't know where my comment is. Maybe I'm wrong about which video it was. But that's okay. Anyway, we're connected as we should be, so it's good to see you growing and grabbing more friends and family members. Hopefully we're going to get you a little closer to that 170 that must be on your mind right now. And I should remind everybody as well, if you don't mind, if you have the ability, I'd appreciate it. If you can, share the stream out, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, or anywhere else, because it does help us get more people in here, and then we can maximize impact for everybody. I'm glad everybody's having a good time connecting. Shattered Souls in the house, so thank you for coming in again. Pretty Saucy PYT is here as well. So hopefully everybody is having a good time. And then, like I said, if anybody wants to reach out and swap playlists, Kid Wonder is really aggressively working on that right now. So if anybody wants to swap playlists, of course, all of our moderators do it, as well as myself. And then if anybody wants to do that, just simply say in the chat, I am willing to swap playlists, and other creators will reach out to you, and you're free to make those arrangements at your leisure, of course. Shattered Soul, that's what, it's nice of you to say that about being welcomed in, but that's what I hope happens here at TuberChat more and more as time goes on. Oh, Shutterbug Infinity, it is your first time, so forgive me for that. Okay, well, now we're connected, so I hope that you'll meet some new friends and family members and get out of the live stream today what you're hoping for, so that we see you again. And then, like Shattered Soul is saying, you know, now they've been here for many weeks, that, or at least enough episodes now, that some of the familiar faces that come back to TuberChat regularly are... it's like we get little relationships happening. You know, it is a dedicated and loyal support system of creators that really want to see each other succeed and understand that we can all help each other. For London Kev to get 7 or 8 subscribers today doesn't take away from anybody else. That's the magic of YouTube. We can all share, and it actually helps everybody. There's InQ's World. This is a wonderful, dedicated and loyal supporter who comes back again and again, not only on TuberChat, but on my personal channel as well. We've been connected for many months. InQ's World is a very focused and dedicated and loyal supporter. So thank you for coming in again. I am always good, living the dream, as you can see. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up, and I'll think about adding some more names in a little while. Here's Ashika Jilzine. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Well over 1,000 subscribers, so you're nice and solid. Hopefully we've got, hopefully your hours are doing okay. If you need to speed up your hours and want to swap playlists, you could do just like MAH Videos did there and say you're willing to swap playlists, and you'll find many creators reaching out to you and offering to swap playlists with you. It looks like you do a lot of live streaming as well. So maybe not for the last week, though. Hopefully you keep at that, because that can really help. But it's great to see you working on it. And, of course, you're on Instagram, so people can reach out to you there if they want to as well. Michael and Paula, wonderful to see you again. I'm so sorry. I know you live streamed again. It looked like it was this morning. It was a little too early for me, or maybe it was... I had trouble sleeping last night. I woke up at what for me is like 3 in the morning and was up for a couple hours, and then I went back to bed. I think you were streaming while I was up, but I decided to work on something. It was a little bit early. You had your camera on your laptop, so I don't know if you were sitting right there right at the second, but you know how your notifications come up on the side? I often keep I often keep YouTube on a window on the side of my computer, just like this, when I'm working, so that I can always have YouTube running, or at least be aware of what's going on. Thank you very much, MJ, for MJ and J for sharing out again. Oh, you have to rest your voice. Yeah, I understand. I've been thinking. So I drink a lot of stuff I really shouldn't drink. A lot of diet pop, and you know, people will say it's worse than regular pop, of course. But one of the ones I drink is a lemonade flavored pop. Like, it's actually lemonade pop. And I have a feeling I've been drinking too much of that because my throat is very, very, very dry all the time lately. So I got to tone it down with that. And Nature Africa Explorers, thanks for coming in. I know for sure we're connected now. I finally got through my watch later list this morning and settled that up. As told by Tina, wonderful to see you. So thank you for coming in. Hopefully you meet some new friends and family members here, as we expect everybody will. And I will spin the wheel one more time. We'll get another channel up, and then I will add some more names to the wheel. The Wheel of Doom, as it's been referred to. I wish I could remember who came up with that. It was a couple months ago. That Blue Moon, I am also very happy, especially whenever we're running Tuber Chat live streams. Always happy. So there's Travel Around. So we've got you. And you have your join button as well. That's fantastic. I'm so excited because I just got mine yesterday on my personal channel, but I'm glad that you've got that. So Travel Around has a lot to offer, obviously, on their channel, both in the way of content and then in the way of perks with the memberships. Once you're monetized, so now I don't know if it comes up automatically for anybody, but for me, I had to go through 1 month of being monetized before I was able to get memberships, and then it was added just a couple of days ago. I worked on it quickly, but you can get that happening as well, and that allows people to join your channel for whatever price you set, a few dollars a month or more, and that can really help if monetization is something you're thinking of. The McRae Kings are in the house. Thank you for coming in. It's always great to see you. And then Green Fam 20, thank you for coming in as well. It's always great to have you here at Tuber Chat. Philly girl. No, you don't have to be a Philly girl. Sorry, what I mean is my personal channel, Kevin K, got memberships now. Not Tuber Chat yet. Tuber Chat still has many watch hours to go before it can be monetized. We will add memberships, and we'll find a way to bring value for everybody when it's time, but we don't have them yet. And no, it's never going to be a requirement to be on the wheel or anything like that. Of course, if people are members, I'll find a way to thank them for supporting, but I'm not intending on doing something where I make it exclusively for members or anything like that at all. Right now, the wheel is really just an arbitrary thing that I added a couple months ago. What I do is I wait until everybody's been here for about half an hour or so, and I don't keep a timer. It's just arbitrary. But I watch the chat, and I see how active everybody is. And I have a little system here. One of the robots that runs in the background is called Bautissimo. And this has its own little proprietary point system that lets me know who's been most active and who spent the most time. And that's how I add names to the wheel. Once I spin the wheel, of course, it's random. And then I'll put names up on our channels up on the screen when the name comes up, as long as they're still here. Jenna Official Vlogs, thank you for coming in. I forget if this is your first time in a Tuber Chat live stream, but I appreciate you coming. Hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's here for the same thing. Everybody wants to connect. So the best idea is always to go first. Take your time, meet creators one by one, like Becky Peters, who's coming up now. And what we do is leave a single emoji beside somebody's name in the chat that lets them know that you want to connect with them, and then you're going to go visit their channel, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long, so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms, and then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Give the creator a thumbs up always, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat, and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji next to their name to let them know that you've secured that connection the right way, and then say something about the video that you watched so that they can go back and find your comment easily, and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. And I did promise I was going to put some more names on of content for us to look at. It's funny now. Kristen's been explaining. She's been in a few more girl streams than I have lately, and stuff like that. And the rules are out there are getting a little bit too much with the words we're not allowed to use and this and that. So when I started Tuber Chat, I took all the rules that I had learned from all the creators that I respect, at the time from the first couple of months of this year, and then I added them all in. That's why we don't do finger pointing, we don't do handshaking, and we don't use any of the S words. But some of the rules get a little bit too much. So now we have to say things like, I danced with you, I left packages at your house, I left footprints for you, been to your place, and things like that. But some of them just get out of control, but it's kind of comical to see. So you can feel free to do that. But I just noticed Michael and Paula knows Michael Adventures and send a box of Coca-Cola Zero to you. Now it makes me wonder, are you actually sending a box of Coca-Cola Zero to Michael? Because I know you guys know each other. Or are you making jokes in the chat? Anyway, Kristen was describing to me some of that stuff as well, so that's funny. Oh, is that how soon? Gentleman Official Vlogs, but I think I'm connected to you on my personal channel as well, because I've seen you around. I have a feeling we've been connected before, but maybe we just connected in Happy Lux this morning. But it's great to have you here, so hopefully you'll meet some new friends or family members. Happy Lux, I'm in every day that I can be. Wouldn't trick it. So I'm glad everybody's connecting and having a good time. One of the things I like the most is seeing the conversations that start to happen as people get to know each other a little bit. Yeah, Philly girl, it all means the same thing. It means I went to your channel, watched a video, left a comment, subscribed, so that hopefully you'll do the same thing. But we can't say that in the chat because sub for sub behavior is against YouTube's terms of service and community guidelines. And that's really not exactly what we're trying to do here. While we are expecting to connect with each other, what we're focused on is loyal and dedicated supporters that are going to continue to come back. Because if you do sub for sub, you can get your numbers up to 1,000. I don't know how you're going to get your watch hours, but you could. If you did manage to get 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours of watch time, none of those people are going to come back and watch your videos. And I don't mean none. I just mean a smaller percentage than if it was taken seriously. So the problem is, I don't want you to go through all this trouble to get monetized if that's what you want, end up making $5 a month, because that's going to make you really mad. And then you'll be upset that you infected your channel with so many people who are never coming back to support. What we're trying to focus on here, this is the reason I started this. I saw so many generous creators in this community and said, I want to build something around that. I think there's enough generous people who actually are good-hearted in the way that they want to see other people succeed as much as themselves, and understand we can all do it together, and it actually helps everybody. So that's what we're trying to do. But it all just means the same thing, but we can't say sub or subscribe. That's why I've blocked it, so that you can't really say it in the chat anyway. Shattered Soul says, going to many live streams, getting new members, news reduced to 5 to 7 happens daily. Can you say why it's happening? Yes, Shattered Soul. So first of all, there's a lot of purging going on. in YouTube, and this happens all the time. We've seen it before, we'll see it again, and it's been a big thing for the last couple of weeks. So one of the reasons it can happen, it's not because people are unsubscribing. I'm sure there's a small amount of that, but I'm convinced that it's less than we all think it is, how many people subscribe to you and then unsubscribe after, although it does happen. But the truth is, it's because one of the two people did not fulfill the whole procedure the way that I'm talking about. So you might go and do all the things you need to do, but if somebody tries to connect with you and they leave a comment that says nice, or two emojis, or something that has nothing to do with the video that they watch, and they don't actually watch a full video, but maybe 20 seconds or 30 seconds of any video, it's very possible for YouTube just to dump that connection because they don't consider it valid. So that's a big part of it. So that's why I put so much focus on this, and I repeat the procedure over and over and over again, and I have it running on the bottom of the screen at all times to try to encourage everybody, especially people who haven't been to a growth stream before, or at least haven't been to Tuber Chat before. But you can see by the people who are talking to you and the conversations you're speaking of today that what we're trying to do is get loyal and dedicated supporters so that they will keep coming back. You can see some of the people who I've talked to today. As told by Tina, I've been connected to for months and months. MJ&J Family Mukbangs for months and months and months on my personal channel as well as with Tuber Chat. That's what we're aiming for. And swapping playlists helps those relationships start, and this and that. So as we get farther and farther along, if everybody can do a little bit of a part to help educate the newcomers as they come in, that's what Tuber Chat was built for. That's what I want it to be, so that we can better the community for everybody, because everybody can succeed that way. So thank you very much, gentlemen. I'd love it if you got some new friends and family members, if that's what you want. And then, yeah, Philly girl, it happens all the time. So the other thing too, while you're connecting with people in other live streams as well as with Tuber Chat, you just want to be very aware of who you're connecting with. So for instance, when I started on my personal channel in January, February of this year, I added hundreds of people who now don't come back. And then, you know, now that I'm monetized, the monetization level on my personal channel is probably lower than it should be. The other channels that I run for other people are all doing just fantastically. But I think the reason is because I got a lot of people in the very beginning that are never coming back. That's what inspired the idea behind all the things that I say here at Tuber Chat, so that hopefully we can improve and help the whole community for everybody. And I know I fall behind in the chat sometimes when I start talking like this, but I'll try to catch up. Yeah, Shutterbug Infinity, you're absolutely right. Everybody should be leaving genuine comments, something about the video that you watch. If you just leave the words new friend here or something along those lines or an emoji, chances are tomorrow your connection's going to be gone. You're going to lose a subscriber. So it's a waste of time to connect with somebody if you're not going to go through the full procedure. That's exactly what Philly Girl and Shattered Soul were just talking about. That's exactly why when you see these comments that get held for review are caught in the spam filters, unfortunately, it looks like that's what's going to... Well, Shutterbug Infinity, I don't want to go too far with telling everybody what they can and can't say, because there's a lot of growth streams out there, and in my opinion, it's too much with the rules. Nobody's allowed to say anything anymore. So while you're right that saying new friend is probably a very bad idea because it goes along with the spam that comes with sub for sub behavior, if we try to police everybody and every word that they say, it's just getting a little bit too much out there. I had a growth stream the other day where people were not allowing me to connect because Tuber Chat's name is Connect and Grow, and I thought that was a little bit much. A lot of the chats are getting tighter and tighter, but Tuber Chat hasn't had a problem yet. It'd be wonderful if 100% of our connections were authentic, but we also, as much as I try, we can't control every single person who comes through. I just try to keep letting people know in the nicest way possible, to guide them by the hand and then say, listen, this is the way we should be commenting. This is the way we should be connecting. Connect Code 6, thank you for coming back in. It's great to see you. Let's see. I fall behind in the chat so badly. I just saw another message from Shattered Soul. Forgive me if I haven't gotten to you yet. I fell behind in the chat. I'll get to everybody in a moment. Yoga with Mo is here. Thank you for coming in. And then everybody wants to dance, so please go ahead and be first. It's always better to visit other creators. Don't wait for anybody to come to you. Where did that question or statement for? Here it is. Shattered Soul, get nearly 50 members list in an hour. Increase watch hours daily, but reducing members is a thing of concern. So if you're saying you've got 50 new people per day, my guess is that's way too fast, because when I was really trying to get Tuber Chat off the ground and my personal channel as well, I'd be lucky if I'd get 20 to 40 per day, because now I'm not saying that the way you're doing it, we all do it a little bit differently, and that's fine, but it could be the reason why you're losing so many. You might be moving, too fast, and it might not be your fault. Like I said, if you're doing the right things, that's okay. But if you're connecting to people, if you watch somebody in a chat, not just in Tuber Chat, but in other live streams as well, and see what they're saying to other people, you'll get an idea right away whether that's somebody you want to connect with or not. When I go into other growth streams, I don't connect with everybody. I watch and I see the things that they're saying, and I wait for people who I know are familiar with the game and familiar with the right way of doing things, and I go after them first. When I see newcomers come in that just say things like give me a jacket or flex my channel and stuff, I just don't bother, because they're, more often than not, they seem to be takers and not givers, and that's not going to help anybody. So I don't know if what I'm saying is going to turn into some kind of advice that can help, but I wonder if you just might be moving too fast. And as far as watch hours, it's always 2 steps forward, 1 step back. The same purging that goes on with subscribers goes on with watch hours too. Everybody finds that. Okay, so I got to add some names to the wheel. I'll put the Essence of Sonya up now. That's MJ&J Family Mukbangs, who does the featured channels collaboration as well as swaps playlists with people. She was a featured channel on Tuber Chat quite some time ago and is back here loyal and dedicated, visiting Tuber Chat over and over again. Same with Essence of Sonya. I don't know how to calculate the truth, Shattered Soul, but from what I've been gathering, so I am obsessed with analytics, and I look at them every day, and I keep statistics of how Tuber Chat does every single episode and this and that. It seems to me that YouTube gives a credit of 1 view for every 5 minutes, but that's not certain. Most of the things you're going to hear, not only from me, but other hosts of channels who have been in the game for a while and really know what they're doing, we're not Google engineers. We don't work on the background servers and stuff like that. So I don't know if we're ever going to know the truth. But the common thing to say is that when you visit somebody's live stream, you want to stay for 15 minutes so that they get full credit. Now, when you calculate how many views you get in a live stream compared to how many people were there, and then you look at the average view time per person, it seems to me about 1 view for every 5 minutes, because it wouldn't be fair. Let's say if you did a live stream of 10 hours and you got 100 people to watch it, but they stayed the whole time, which I'm sure is impossible, but let's just say you did. Wouldn't be fair to only get 100 views for that live stream. So I don't know how they calculate. I haven't found a way to really make it accurate. And no matter what you do, they are going to scrape some hours off. You can't watch videos and watch a live stream on the same account at the same time, because they call that low quality playbacks. What they mean is that it's a low quality connection, if you want to put it that way. There's a lot that goes into this stuff. It's all in the YouTube terms, but they find a way of making it look like they're telling us what's going on, but still keeping it vague. So I don't know how to calculate it. The best idea is we know we need 4,000 watch hours, so race for 5,000. and eventually you'll get the 4,000 after they take a bunch of them away. It happens for everybody. I run a handful of other channels, and we see it from other creators all the time, but people are still getting monetized, of course, every day. So just keep at it. Michael and Paula's intro is 1 minute long, which is a perfect video for anybody to connect with. Yeah, like happened an hour ago. I think they didn't do the right thing. Yeah, gentlemen, it happens, right? The best we can do is always do the right things ourselves. And when we meet new people, try to help them. I see a lot of people in chats, like moderators, stuff like that, snapping on people and this and that. The idea here is to try to guide each other, try to help each other, share the knowledge with everybody so that we can all succeed. Because the more friends you have pulling you along for success, the faster you're going to get there. I'm going to add names to the wheel in a second. I get so caught up talking about this stuff. You guys know I love this stuff. It's me, Wanston. Yes, honey. Thank you for coming in. And Cloud9 Caravanning, thank you for coming back again. Hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members. 159, that blue moon. That's wonderful. Maybe we are going to see you get 160 today. That's fantastic. And then, yeah, all we have to do, as long as we're doing the right things for ourselves, and then, in my opinion, being courteous of others, realizing not everybody's going to understand. Not everybody takes it as seriously or even knows. I invited somebody in here from Reddit the other day, and I made a big deal about it, whatever. And then when they were done, they didn't want to be here. They said, no, when you look at their channel, they don't subscribe to anybody. They only ask for subscribers, but they don't want to connect to anybody else. They want to look like Beyonce on Instagram or something where she has millions of followers, but she doesn't have to follow anybody. And that's fine. Whatever everybody wants to do is okay. But she didn't even like the idea of our, the way I talk about it being a family and stuff like that. Not that she didn't like it. She just said that's not what she wants to do. So that's fine. Everybody's got to make the right decision for their own channels. Try to stop losing watch hours, Shutterbug Infinity. One of the things, like I said, is not doing two things on the same account at the same time. So here's the thing. If you're trying to speed it up too much, you're going to end up losing some. There's a lot of false information out there. There's a lot of people like me who are not Google engineers who are trying to tell everybody what they should be doing, but we don't work there. So even my advice is the best that I can possibly give based on everything that I've learned and continue to learn from creators of all sizes every day, but we never actually know. But the most important thing, if you're doing things like wiping your cache and clearing your watch history and using VPNs and not logging in on your browsers and stuff like that, I wouldn't guarantee that the watch hours are going to come through. But if you're logged in on a proper account and you watch a playlist, I think you can only watch it once every couple of weeks. It might be twice. I've heard that you can watch it twice in a row in case you put it on repeat, but I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I run a playlist once, and then I don't run it again until the red lines are gone. I leave all my accounts logged in, and I just do it that way, and that's fast enough for me. But doing two things on the same account is a bad idea. IP addresses don't seem to matter as much, although I'd be cautious of that. I wouldn't be watching 10 playlists at a time. That might be a bad idea. As told by Tina, sounds like she's having a good time, so that's great. Oh, I almost missed a message from you too. True about people snapping on others. Yeah, as told by Tina. Now, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I'm certainly not going to do that. But sometimes you see, I've had moderators snap on me, if you can imagine. And I don't think I'm the worst person in the world. So I think the rules are just getting a little bit too much. And not everywhere. There's a lot of great growth streams. There's a lot of great chats, some that I don't even talk about when we're here because I don't get to visit them as much as I would like to anymore. As we grow and as we follow more channels, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. I got to get some more channels up here. Did I put Shutterbug Infinity up on the screen already? Now I can't even remember. I think we did, right? We did put your channel up. Let me refresh my list before I do that. And then forgive me, I get so caught up talking about this stuff. And then visit live streams when offered to join, joined by many. Link only selected people links. I watch full video, press red button, leaves. So you're doing it. So it sounds like you're doing it right, Shattered Soul. If you do anything along the lines of what I'm saying here, this is not my stuff. I learned this from other people. And then when I built Tuber Chat, I decided how I was going to advise when I'm here talking, right? And this and that. If you're doing anything along the lines of what I'm saying, then you know you're doing it the right way. As you're connecting with other people, like I said, my advice is to just have a look at who you're going to connect with before you connect, so that you can see if they really know the game, or if they're just going to probably come and leave a comment that says nice. It's going to go to spam and you're going to lose the connection tomorrow. You can't control it, because you can't control what other people do. What we can do is, as a community, when we have newcomers come in, if they're willing to take the time to get to know what's happening and want to do things the right way, then you can guide them along. You'll find more success. Everything gets better as you keep going. Okay, thank you very much, Yoga with Mo. Rhonda, great. Oh, yeah. No, that's, you don't connect with people. So I'll leave you off for now. And if you want, you can message me on Instagram or something like that if you want to come back into Tuber Chat. But there's an example. So one of the things that I don't allow is, if I find somebody that is not connecting with everybody genuinely, then as much as I don't want to ever have to do it, then I just stop them, because I don't want anybody in the chat spending their time on somebody who's not going to return. We're all doing things the same way, and we've got a lot of family and friends, so that's unfortunate, but I'm just not going to allow anybody that's, if I find out, yeah, not Michael's Adventures, I'm not going to put you up. Yeah, if I see anybody, if somebody wants to report and tell me that they see somebody in the chat that comes in that we don't know yet, that is doing that kind of thing, then by all means, you can reach out to me. It's for the betterment of everybody, because I don't want anybody to waste their time doing it. That's exactly what we're talking about, is people are going to lose connections tomorrow because some people are not, they just aren't willing to connect. They're either not doing it the right way or they're not doing it at all. There's a lot of people out there who want subscribers, but they're not willing to subscribe to other people. And I understand it. I just don't agree with that. That's not for me and not for the community that I want around me. So I don't want to get too fired up about it. Bluefeast, good to have you back. Thank you very much. And I did say I'm going to put, oh, there you are. That blue moon hit 160. So that blue moon has already, is just doing fantastic. That's great. Hopefully we're going to get you a few more friends and family members today. Just remember, like I said, we've been talking today a lot about the idea that sometimes the connections can disappear after if people are moving too fast. So just be aware of that. It's not necessarily your fault. As long as you're doing the right things, then you can keep that to a minimum. That's, I think, what we're really trying to do. Did I put Just Living Life up? For the life of me, I can't remember who I put up today, because I'm yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping. Becky Peters, we looked at. MJ and J, we looked at. Did we look at Shutterbug Infinity? Maria Rama, thanks for coming in. I think this is your first time here. Forgive me for if I'm wrong about that, but I hope you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Donut Toys and Games, thanks for coming back again. And then hopefully nobody's shy. Reach out to anybody you want to in the chat. We're all here for the same thing. Everybody wants to connect. And the way that we do that is you leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect. And then you can visit their channel, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. I think we put MAH up already. Battered Soul. Am I completely lost today as of how many channels we've had up? Green Fam 20. Pretty saucy, PYT. While you're at somebody's channel and you leave a meaningful, genuine comment on the video that you watch, you give a thumbs up to the creator, of course, because we should always be doing that for each other. And if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat. Then come back into the chat here, leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way. And then they can, maybe you want to say something about the video that you watch so that they could turn around and find the comment that you left easily. And then they could turn around and do the same thing for your channel. We're very focused on loyal and dedicated supporters here, the kind of people who are going to come back to your channel, not only in the coming days, but hopefully weeks, months, and eventually years, to give you the views, likes, comments, and other things we all need as growing YouTubers. What is the meaning of gaining views? The meaning were a natural way of gaining views. YouTube rules, didn't understand what the term was to convey kindly, clear. Okay, so Shattered Soul, forgive me. I don't know. Well, if you do anything to gain views that is not actually somebody at least running your video, if not sitting there watching it, then that's going too fast. Anything you think is breaking the rules, just consider it breaking the rules. And just please, I implore you, don't do it. I have a horrible story. So I've been looking forward to telling this for a long time, so I'm going to tell you. Finally. I've told it before, but not for a long time. Mr. Roblox, thanks for coming in. Hopefully you feel welcome here. So please don't ask for any self-promotion. I'm going to wipe those messages out if you don't mind, because self-promotion is against the YouTube community guidelines. Philly girl, as your channel becomes more solid and as you consistently put out content, YouTube is guessing who might want to see it. So you will find yourself getting suggested more and more by other channels, just because they think the people who are watching their videos or their particular video may also enjoy yours. You can watch your analytics and see how much that's happening. Oh, that's fantastic, Shattered Soul. Thank you. You hit 800, I'm assuming then. So that's fantastic. I'm happy to hear that from you. Yeah, no problem, Mr. Roblox. Just be careful of the self-promotion. We're here all to connect, like in a lot of other streams that you've probably seen. Everybody wants to connect, but we're very focused on genuine and loyal supporters who are going to continue to come back and watch each other's videos, give each other's comments, and things like that over the long term. It's definitely not a sub-for-sub network. So if you want to, just reach out to creators one by one, take your time, have fun, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and that'll be your best way. So the story I'm going to tell, one of the channels that I manage had done some sub-for-sub behavior in the very beginning, before it was ever monetized. And that was actually before even these rules had started with the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. They're on Instagram and everywhere else doing sub for sub. So when it came time for them to be monetized, YouTube put their channel under investigation for 2 months. So when they finally did get monetized, they lost 2 months of income. The first month of income that they got paid for was $170 Canadian. So it's, I don't know, 120 American or something like that. Now, it's not a ton of money, but when you think about, they did not get paid for the 2 months while they were under investigation at all. They didn't get it after or anything like that. That's over $200 in lost money for no reason. So did it matter that they got a couple of 100 subscribers 2 minutes earlier than they should have, 2 months earlier than they should have? Obviously not, because they never got paid for it anyway. So this is why, luckily, I had that story before any of this Tuber Chat and all this stuff even started, because now we all know sub for sub is a bad idea. So if there's anything you think is bending the rules, please don't. Oh, Shattered Soul, yeah, I don't know. as long you spend a lot of time here, and that's all that I do is I wait for a while before I put people on the wheel, and I'm happy to feature your channel whenever you're here, when possible, of course. The only thing that slows me down is because I love this stuff so much, I get talking and talking and talking. Maria Lizzie, thank you for coming in. I like the way you put that. You're hello in the house looking for new permanent friends. That's great, because here, oh, you can't find Mr. Roblox? Okay, let's see if Mr. Roblox is still here, because I might have scared them away. If they're still here, I'll get a link for them. And then Kaden, oh, is that Kadine's World? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for coming in. And Maria Lizzie, hope I'm pronouncing that right also. Thank you for coming in. If this is your first time here, then hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of loyal and dedicated supporters here, a lot of dynamic creators. Everybody's here for the same thing. We all want to connect with each other and start friendships that are going to lead to loyal and dedicated supporters coming back to your channel again and again, not only in the coming days, but hopefully weeks, months, and eventually years, to support your content, watch your videos, give you comments and likes and the other things we need as growing YouTubers. And so if you don't mind, just please follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. Reach out to creators one by one in the chat. The way that we connect, like with a channel like As Told by Tina here, you leave a single emoji in the chat next to somebody's name. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. And then you visit their channel. You watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment of at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat. Come back into the chat here, leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection correctly, and then leave a sentence about the video that you watched so that they can find your comment easily and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. I'm going to look for Troy the Gamer. Thank you for coming in. It's Fifi777. Thanks for coming back again. Troy the Gamer, I think this is your first time here, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house that are looking for loyal and dedicated support from each other. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Please just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. Take your time, meet creators one by one, and I'll go over the procedures once in a while. Mecca and Keen Legacy. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Mecca and Keen Legacy. Thank you for coming in. This might be your first time too. So, Mr. Roblox, I'll find a link for you. Please don't be shy. Everybody's here to connect. Reach out to creators one by one. Take your time with it, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Please just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. Let me see if I can find Mr. Roblox. I'll get back to As Told by Tina for a moment before I spin the wheel again. That's not the right channel. So what we do is go to channel here. Now, Roblox is so popular. That one's not yours, that pink one. It'll be another one. Is it this one? This looks like it. 395 subscribers, Mr. Roblox. Is that yours? I'm imagining that this is your channel. So let me get a link, and I'll be ready to drop that in the chat if you just let me know that that's your channel for sure. Phil and Prue Explores, thank you for coming in. This must be your time. Oh, Lady Coach Explores. Oh, okay. Is that another channel for you? Is that one of yours? Okay, that's your channel, Mr. Roblox. Let me get the link for you. If anybody wants to connect with our newcomer here, Mr. Roblox, I'm going to drop the link in just a second when my computer stops freezing. There we go. You're all set. Thank you, London Kev. Yep. hopefully you're meeting new friends. And if you're willing to swap playlists with people for hours too, that can really help get some relationships going. Thank you for reminding everybody to thumbs up, Phil and Prue. I'm always good, living the dream, as you can see. And then Kadine's World, yes, everybody's here to dance. So please reach out to creators one by one, and don't be shy. Take your time with it. My pleasure, Mr. Roblox. So you got a lot of different content here for us. So what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. I'd like to give you a few minutes of watch time if I can, because you're a new connection for Tuber Chat. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So I'm going to take this, sub to sub. You got to be careful of this stuff, because you can find yourself losing a lot of subscribers if you do any of that. But I'll take that video and watch it anyway. So I'm going to take this video, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I will watch that video in full. I will leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, and I will subscribe. And in that way, I'll make sure that the connection sticks. We always want to be doing it the right way. You've got to make sure that when you're connecting with people in Tuber Chat, you're visiting their channel, watching a full video, at least 1 minute long. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment of at least a couple of sentences. You can't say new friend here or nice or just leave an emoji, or it'll get caught in the spam filter and you'll lose them tomorrow. Then give them a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then you subscribe to them if you enjoy their content, and come back into the chat here. Leave a double emoji next to their name to let them know that you connected with them. And then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. So we do have a handful of newcomers here. So I'll ask a favor for those of you who've been with Tuber Chat for a while and understand everything that we're doing. We want to make sure that everybody's connecting the right way. So if there's anything or anyone that you think I need to address, you can reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram, and I will make sure that I've got it available on the Tuber Chat account. And Instagram is just simply one word, Tuber Chat. And you can let me know if there's anybody that you think I need to pay attention to or do something about. And then thank you very much, Shattered Soul. I hope that you're getting everything that you want out of YouTube and out of Tuber Chat. Cozy Relaxation, thank you for coming in. Forgive me, anybody that I haven't welcomed. I get behind in the chat occasionally, but I'll absolutely get caught up in a moment. I did see another. Phone Jones, thank you for coming in. This is your first time here, so hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. Lydia Saba, you're going to be featured next weekend. So I've already got the live stream scheduled. I think it's next Sunday. So you can have a look at that, because you've been spending a lot of time with Tuber Chat, and I want to recognize you for that. So thank you. And then Maria Rama, yes, thank you. Any channels that already are monetized, you don't want to skip the ads ever. You don't want people to skip your ads, so you don't skip ads for other people at all. And that's good advice, so thank you. And it looks like everybody's having a good time connecting with each other, so that's great. And then, yeah, Phone Jones, so you're welcome. Hopefully you'll reach out to creators one by one. Take your time with it. Have fun. Everybody's here to connect. The way that we connect is you reach out to a creator by leaving a single emoji next to their name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. Then visit their channel, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long. You can't just watch a minute of any video. You must watch a full video of at least 1 minute in length. And then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video of at least a couple of full sentences, so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And I have to say, if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. But we subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat, and then come back into the chat here. Leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected. the right way, and then maybe say something about the video that you watch so that they can find your comment easily, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Shenzhen Zen is another dynamic creator. She does a lot of live streaming and allows people to connect as well. She is a previously featured channel from Tuber Chat, and she's here all the time with us. So hopefully everybody will connect with Shenzhen Zen. I'm going to get you to pardon me for a quick moment here. Okay, thank you, everybody. Let me spin the wheel. I'll get another channel up, and then we'll see what else we're going to do. As told by Tina's monetized. That's good news. Very, very good news. Oh, Michael's Adventures has a special playlist for new friends to pick from, which is great. That makes it easier for swapping playlists. Michael's Adventures is a wonderfully dedicated and loyal supporter who does a lot of playlist work for other people all the time. So it's somebody you're going to want to connect with and reach out to for that. And it sounds like he's just made it easier for everybody to swap playlists. That Blue Moon, hopefully you stick to your 160. I hope you keep going so that you can keep making sure that that's solid. Don't forget all the things we've talked about today about losing a few friends and family members. We'd love to see whenever you have a goal on YouTube, whether it's watch hours or subscribers, you always got to go a little bit farther. So if you want 160, you got to aim for 170. And that way you won't be disappointed. Same with watch hours. This is Nature Africa Explorers. So now we're finally connected because I went through my watch later list this morning and made sure that I caught up. So thank you for coming back again. Hopefully you're meeting some new friends and family members. And coming back to one. Oh, Philly girl, Philly girl. So it seems as though I should say to everybody, if you enjoy somebody's content, you subscribe to them. I don't know the truth about whether I have to do that or not, but I say I have to do it because so far, knock on wood, we haven't had a live stream shut down yet, but sub for sub behavior is listed right in YouTube's terms of service and community guidelines. You are not allowed to do that. So I have to dance around even some of the things that I say. Even though I try to be as truthful as I possibly can, following the guidelines without saying the wrong things, we are supposed to be visiting a creator, watching a video, leaving a comment, giving a thumbs up, subscribing to them, and then coming back and letting them know that we've done that so that they could turn around and subscribe to you also. You're going to end up subscribed, if that's the case, to a lot of people whose content you would have never otherwise subscribed to or have found or anything like that. And the hope is maybe the same will be for you as it is for me. You'll actually be interested in this stuff. I used to follow, when I started on YouTube 4 years ago, only big channels with thousands of subscribers because I wasn't involved in any of this yet. As I got introduced to some of this, I find myself now following thousands of creators because I have 2 channels and I'm following at least twice as many people as follow me back on both. But because of that, I'm following all kinds of stuff I never would have otherwise found. Like, for instance, couponing channels, lottery scratching channels, girls who do fingernails and hair and things like that. But it's all very interesting to me now. Now I follow 99% of the channels I follow have less than 10,000 subscribers because I'm very passionate about what we're doing here. Hopefully you'll find yourself enjoying it and enjoying the friendships and the relationships that develop out of it, more so than even you would have otherwise found the content. You know, we can all just follow PewDiePie and watch him play Fortnite or whatever he's going to do. But there's so much more out there. But that's the truth. The problem is, like everybody else, I have to dance around the things that I say because I don't want to go against YouTube's terms of service or community guidelines, of course. And I don't want to give people the wrong advice either. So hopefully that clears that up. You might find yourself interested in the stuff after, because for me, I'm sometimes even more interested in the creators than I am in the content. But now I find myself interested in the content because of the creator. You know, tarot reading. I follow 2 tarot reading channels, and I'm not so much interested in like the horoscopes and forgive me because I know so little about it still as I learn, but the things that they say about like what may happen in the future and the predictions and, you know, your life's path and stuff like this. But because of those creators, now I find myself interested to see what they're doing and how they're doing it, and that makes me interested in the content. Hopefully that long speech gives a little bit of clarity to that. Oh, I just left you a message, Nature Africa Explorers, from Kevin K. That's my personal channel. Georgia Bulldogs, great to see you. Let's get Nightbot dropping your link. I'm going to spin and get another channel up here, and then I'll get Nightbot up and show everybody how the timers work. For those of you who live stream or plan to, some of these robots are a wonderful thing to have that can help you. This is Pretty Saucy PYT, who's been with us since the beginning of Tuber Chat and comes back again and again. So, yes, forgive me, Pretty Saucy. I'm just going to do something here to help Georgia Bulldogs. And when I go to timers in Nightbot, you just log in with your YouTube account. I have a couple of channels here who sometimes are hard to find in the search results. So I just turn on enable. And now what will happen is every 15 minutes or so, Georgia Bulldogs link will be dropped for anybody that wants to connect with them, just in case they have trouble finding them. Looks like everybody's having a good time connecting, so that's great. I get so far behind in the chat. But it's okay. I'm glad everybody's connecting. That's what we're supposed to be doing. If there's anything that I can offer as far as conversation or advice and things like that, I really enjoy all the stuff that we're talking about. And I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. That's why I love this stuff so much, and I'm so passionate about it. So my goal is to take all the knowledge that we collect together, share it with everyone so that we can all make the best decisions for our channels. Last podcast before the world explodes. Thank you for... Oh, that's okay. You know what? Last podcast, you've been spending enough time here that I was happy to do that. And I forget, I thought you came back, but I could be wrong about that. The days get away from me, and I lose track of what I have and haven't done day by day. It's Fifi777, shares us on Twitter all the time, so thank you very much for that. We have a Twitter list specially dedicated for creators that have tweeted or retweeted us. And it's called Tuber Chat Stars, and it literally says YouTubers who tweet and retweet for others. So if you are active on Twitter and you want to get a hold of a bunch of YouTubers who are willing to tweet and retweet each other, I've got a list there for you of people who are generous creators and willing to share for others. Okay, yeah, last podcast before the world explodes. Yeah, and I caught up with you today, so we're obviously connected both ways. I finally got to my watch later list this morning. Philly Girl still on the wheel. Pretty Saucy PYT. We've got you up there now. Oh, Travel Around is monetized. That's great. That's great news. Just going through my list here to see what names I can add. Becky Peters. We looked at Becky Peters today. Blogs and Fiction is our featured channel. Green Fam 20. Oh, I do have you on the wheel already. So Philly Girl, here's the truth about social media. So I've been on social media from the beginning, let's say, right? MySpace, Friendster, Facebook when it started, and this and that. If you're not active on it and you don't enjoy it, then it's not going to have the impact that you wish that it would. However, if you start using it, then you'll find yourself, if you build it authentically, similar to the way we're talking about doing things here at Tuber Chat, we can speed things up, but you'll see so if you were to look, you'd find that Tuber Chat is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as a minimum. And all of those have grown organically. So the numbers are not big. I think on Instagram we have about 200 people, on Facebook 100, and Twitter, I forget if it's, I meant to say Instagram 200, Twitter, I forget if it's even 100 yet or whatever it is. But you know for sure that they're all authentic. So if I send a tweet out, that tweet is not going to like 30 people who care and 70 people who don't. It's going to 100 people, even though it's not going to 10,000, it's going to the 100 people who really want to know. So that's how social media can really help. So if you build some of it up, if you want to, it can draw in traffic. We get a lot of traffic from Instagram because I try to do a very good job with post stories and hashtags that I use, and it draws in a few new people. So this is partly where some of the newer people come from, as well as straight from YouTube, as well as from Reddit. But it's a collective of all of the different social media, just because I've been doing this for, 20, 25 years, whatever it is. So it's easy for me. I'm not even saying I'm great at it. I'm just saying better than average. But you can use it in your favor if you enjoy it. If you don't, like I don't enjoy Snapchat, so I don't use it, and it has no effect for me. Same with TikTok. I'm not very active on yet. I know it's huge and I know it's popular, but I haven't found a way to make content that people will enjoy from Tuber Chat on TikTok. So when I do, maybe I'll use it, but it's a thought. So hopefully that helps. I love social media. I'm like an advocate for it, but it only works if you like it. Patai MD, thank you for coming in again. Always good to see you here. Oh, thank you. Oh, Cozy Relaxation just shared on Twitter. So why did I show you now? Oh, I'm on the wrong account. Let me get another window open here. Too many browsers. I'll show you. I have to search for Cozy Relaxation maybe, or maybe it will come up. So if I go into my notifications, so I don't see a notification just yet, but that's okay. I never know how long these things take. Like there's Zelda Master John, there's Food Fight Showdown, Metrosonic is there. It's Fifi777 is somewhere here. There's Oak Style. Okay, let me see if I can find Cozy Relaxation's Twitter, and I'll show you how these Twitter lists work for those of you who don't already know. And then everybody still continue having fun, connecting with each other in the chat, of course. Let's get to Cozy Relaxation. There's well, doesn't matter. This is my personal account, so we're not yet connected on my personal account. And I don't see a Twitter for you here. Let me see if you got it in your About section. You list it, or on your videos. Maybe in your latest video you put it in the description or something. No. Okay. Okay. Maybe I'm not going to be able to show it as easily as I wanted to. That's okay. I'll figure it out after. Is it... oh. Here, I'll search. See, it's not going to come up for me because we're not quite connected yet. Can I ask you for a favor, Cozy Relaxation? I'll put the channel. I'll get another channel up on the screen here, and and I'll leave this in the background, and I'll get back to it. I'll throw it over here. Let me know your Twitter handle so that I can just copy and paste, and that'll make it easier to find. Georgia Bulldogs shared on Instagram again. Thank you. Georgia Bulldogs has actually made a few Instagram posts for us. So thank you for that. Eventually, I plan to recognize everybody for all the sharing that everybody's done. Probably in shout-out videos and things like that. So here's Philly Girl, Philly Girl. Finally, you've been at the top of the list for quite some time, but the wheel just finally got to you now. There's the live stream that I was hanging out in. Oh, okay. So that's what that must be what you were talking about thanking even Tuber Chat, because I came in, I was in there. So that must be what we were talking about. Oh no, this is it. This is another video. I haven't seen this yet. Is this what you were talking about? I'm gonna add this into the watch later list so that I can see that after, because maybe that's what you were talking about. Because you said you hit 200, and so that was and now you're at 216. That was the video where you thanked a few people, and Tuber Chat might be in there as well. Philly Girl's been back with us probably every live stream since she found Tuber Chat. So thank you for that. That goes along with what I'm saying about having Cozy Relaxation. Sorry, I don't know what you mean by putting a Twitter link. Links you won't be able to put in the chat. You can put a can you just tell me the name? I'm still looking for it over here in another window. Even I don't use Twitter as much as I wish I did. On your channel art. Okay, perfect. So I'll be able to get to you then. So I'll get to it in another moment. I'll do it over here, and then I'll get it when I've got it ready. I'll come over. Philly girl. It happens to all of us, especially in the summer. Kira's going to go live. By the way, Georgia Bulldogs, Kira's going to go live tomorrow. So am I after. She's going to go right after Tuber Chat, and then I'm going to go down to Niagara Falls for an outdoor live stream myself afterwards. But she's going to play. She's actually going to play a different game tomorrow. She's going to play Street Fighter 2 with her mom, and they can enjoy some violent cartoon gaming. That'll be fantastic. We get back to Philly Girl's homepage here. Okay, Cozy Relaxation, you just put your Twitter up. Let's get this back. And then I'll put another channel on the screen. Here's oh, I see. Okay, this is your channel. Yes. So it's different than your name over here. And right there, you see, oh, you've actually shared for us before anyway. But so here you can see that this is from Cozy Relaxation. They retweeted. Did you share? I think you shared this, which is great. So now what I do is I go to these three dots here, and I go add or remove from lists, and I can add it to TuberChat stars and click save. Now, when I go back to the TuberChat profile, excuse me, when I go to lists, there's a list here called TuberChat stars. It is YouTubers who tweet and retweet for others. Now has 18 members, and here they all are. And there's Cozy Relaxation Twitter channel right there. So, like I said, eventually I plan to recognize everybody for what they've done. This is one way. So if you are active on YouTube and you want to find some other YouTubers who are willing to share for each other and retweet and stuff like that, this is a great way to find 18 of them right there. So let me spin the wheel. I'll get another channel up. Yeah, Michael and Paula, Michael's Adventures is just mentioning that Michael and Paula is a great channel to get to know. And I've had a good time hanging out with Michael from Michael and Paula a couple of times now on live stream. So I absolutely agree. Hopefully everybody will connect with Michael and Paula. And so Just Living Life is another dynamic creator who is generous. I believe Just Living Life is willing to swap playlists with people as well, with almost 700 subscribers. Hopefully we're going to get you there, or at least very close between today and maybe even tomorrow. They also do the featured channels collaboration, and this is something that I talk about all the time. This is a great collaboration that anybody can do with their channel. It must be done with a computer, not on a phone right now. But basically what happens when you feature channels on your front page like this, you are saying to your audience and to the YouTube algorithm that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to the YouTube algorithms and to their audience that you are worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that this has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithms. So it's something that anybody can do, and I really encourage that kind of thing. This is another way to start trading favors and getting a relationship started. And so Just Living Life has been generous in putting TuberChat on their front page. We have also done the same for her, among other creators. And if anybody else in the chat, if you here have put TuberChat or my personal channel on your featured channels list and I don't already know about it, then please make sure that I know so I can return the favor, because we absolutely do that with both channels. TuberChat is lucky to be featured on over 45 channels right now. There's As Told by Tina, Just Living Life, As Told by Tina. Close that window. And then I will see what I can do about looking forward to putting a banner up and things of the like. Very limited now with a phone. Yeah, things can be tougher on a phone, Philly girl. What I should really do, I haven't learned how to do it. I should learn how to put a banner up from the phone so that I can make a tutorial for everybody of how to do it, and so that I could do it like maybe even live while we're doing these. Sometimes I do tutorials while we're in the middle of the TuberChat live streams. When it's possible to, like when we talk about doing Twitter like I just did, or when we talk about putting featured channels up and stuff like that. If I can learn how to do it on a phone, I'll think about doing that. And I plan to make videos for everybody as well soon that will have clear, concise tutorials, so that when you want to go back and learn how to do these things or just be reminded, then you don't have to listen to me go on for an hour, because I'll make them like 3-minute long tutorials or 4 or 5 minutes or whatever it takes. You could do it very, very quick. But it is a great thing to get done if you can. And then, yeah, I'll try to do what I can. Don't wait for me though. I've been saying I want to make tutorials for a little while now, and It's I'm going to make a note for myself on the list. Banner from phone. I still prefer to make my notes with a pen and paper, but I do that every day, and then hopefully I'll get around. What I'd like to do is a whole series of simple tutorials for the things we need to do. Sometimes I do this stuff on my personal channel as well, where recently I did how to make channel art banner with Canva. That video is called Channel Reviews. We got into that, and then I also just did another one, how to make a thumbnail with Canva, just because that's a free program. It's on the computer as well as it's an app on the phone, and it's very, very fast. It's so easy that it's just a wonderful tool for anybody to be able to use. If you want to get something up quick that looks great, then that's a way to get it done. Last podcast before the world explodes has a wonderful saying here. Oh, I hit the wrong thing here. Here's what I meant to put up. Almost at 100. Eventually, when we hit 1 million, we're going to take the original 100 and crew up to the ISS for a party with Elon Musk and Lil Wayne. That's good times. That is a great idea. But I'm glad that you've got, you say you got almost at 100. So I hope everybody will consider connecting with Lad Podcast before the world explodes, because it'd be wonderful to see them hit that milestone. We're, of course, back tomorrow. So between today and tomorrow, I'd love to see you hit it. And then Nature Africa Explorers, I just noticed that you're connecting with Pretty Saucy PYT there. And then I'd love to know if you get the package that you're hoping to get. And last podcast has 2 seats left for the trip to the ISS. So that's an open invitation for anybody that wants to connect with them for help them get to their 100, and then they will be on their way partying soon enough. As told by Tina, which one is that? So I've got 2. I'm sure we're connected on my personal channel because we've been connected for quite some time now. So one, again, is called Channel Reviews. They're both live streams. And the Channel Reviews one has how to make the banner with Canva. You have to forgive me because it's very long. Of course, it's me yapping like I always do on these live streams. But then the other one that you'll notice first is actually the thumbnail just is the Canva logo, because I forget who asked me the other day. Somebody specifically asked me to go over how to make a thumbnail with Canva, and we did that. I'm just going to look at that message right now. Thank you, Cozy Relaxation. Oh, perfect. Okay. Actually, oh, Cozy Relaxation. Sorry, no, let me go back. I thought you meant you sent me something. Please explain how to swap playlists. The London Kev. Yes, okay. So the way when I talk about swapping playlists, actually this leads into a good thing, because Michael's Adventures just sent me a message to clarify what he's got going on. It's a perfect idea. When we swap playlists with each other, the idea is that if you have a playlist of 5 or 10 or 20 or even more hours, and you get a lot of different creators to run that whole playlist for you, you can imagine how your hours are really going to stack up. So it's a simple arrangement that we make that lets, it just means you're going to run a playlist for them. They're going to run a playlist for you. You're not obligated to comment and like and watch every single second of every video. You're just obligated to run it. Same for them. Lots of people do it overnight. They do it while they work. They do it while they sleep. Kristen and I run tons of playlists for people every single day. So it's a simple thing you can do. And then that's really all there is to it. But like I said, you can imagine if you get a lot of people involved in this, first of all, your hours are going to start to stack up, right? The more people you trade with. I try to run a playlist for somebody every single day on 2 different accounts, right? And then Kristen does the same. We're not always together, right? So we're able to run many different playlists very often. The other thing that I like even more about the idea of swapping playlists than the watch hours is the relationship that starts to get built, because when you're trading favors with somebody, you're building a friendship. And it doesn't matter how much it progresses, it starts right away. So you can imagine the impact that that has. Oh, I think I just accidentally hit something on my... I hit something on one. I got 2 monitors here, and I hit something that turned it into a mode that's all bright and in my face and everything like that. Oh, there, I got it. Yeah, forgive my nonsense. Let's get, is GreenFam20 still here? Sunflower Angel, thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not welcoming you earlier, but thank you. Hopefully you feel welcome. We have lots of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's here to connect, so please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you want to in the chat one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. Sorry, I meant to talk about Michael's Adventures playlist as well. So Philly Girl, how do you decide what goes into a playlist? So specifically, I'm glad you asked, because it's very important. Every pre-recorded video you've ever made goes into a playlist called, in your case, you might call it All of Philly Girl. Like right now, I'm swapping playlists with Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, which is the second channel from Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Stream. But he calls his All of Kid Wonder. And every pre-recorded video goes in there. No unlisted videos, because the term is public watch hours. No videos from any other creators, no private videos, and no live streams. So that playlist, where possible, if you know how to do it, you put it at the bottom of your front page of your channel. Like for instance here, Just Living Life has started to organize her front page where she's got this thing that says created playlist here. Just Binge Watch is her playlist for swapping. Some people call it that. You might call it Binge Watch Philly Girl. And you put it, what I recommend is to put it at the very bottom of your front page. The reason why is because all of us in Tuber Chat are doing the same thing. So you make this playlist, put the bottom of your front page, and then when somebody asks you what playlist do you want me to run, you say it's called All of Philly Girl. It's at the bottom of my front page. Then they can find it easily. But again, no live streams, and no private videos, no unlisted videos, and no videos from anybody else. And that it's that simple. And then hopefully caught up. What I was going to say about Michael's Adventures. Michael's Adventures has a great idea. What he's done is made a special playlist for people to connect. This is different from what I was just talking about, swapping playlists. What he's made is a playlist of short videos so that people can connect with them. I'm assuming you put it on your front page, but that's what a couple of creators recommend. So if you have trailers, or if you have a bunch of 2 or 3 minute or 1 minute videos, put them all in a playlist, put it on your front page, so that when we're doing what we're doing here and people are going to your channel, they can find them very easily. Instead of looking, like you see what I do sometimes. I would go to Just Living Life here, and I would go through her videos, and I'd say, oh, 32 minutes, no, 9 minutes, that's too long, this is too long, this is too long. And I'll scroll down. I'll take a moment to scroll down and find the shortest one I can find. 27 seconds is not long enough. It must be longer than a minute, right? So I'm going to look and see if I can find something for 2 minutes or 3 minutes or something. If I can't, I know I saw some 4-minute ones. I'll go with that if I have to. As long as it's over a minute, you're in good shape. But Michael's Adventures has a good idea by putting a bunch of them together. Yeah, that's a great idea. Michael's Adventures, thank you for offering that to Philly Girl. Have a look and see what Michael's Adventures has done. I'm going to, oh, Rubisha, great to see you back again. Thank you very much. I'm making a note to have a look at Michael's Adventures short playlist after the stream as well. Yeah, hopefully you feel welcome, Rubisha, always, and then you can meet some new friends and family members. Relaxing Music MR, is this your first time here, or did you change your name or something like that? Because I wonder if you might have been here before. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. We're all here for the same thing, so please don't be shy. Reach out to any creator that you want to in the chat one by one. Take your time with it. Have fun. And just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. I'll go back over the procedure from time to time. Let's get Green Fam 20 up here. I don't know if they're still here. I'll have to look and see. This is the kind of thing I really like. So, for instance, Philly Girl, I really appreciate you engaging the conversation. And we talking about playlists and cozy relaxation and London Kev talking about this stuff because you see what I'm talking about how these relationships start. So now that Philly Girl and Michael's Adventures have had a short conversation, she'll go to his channel. She'll know what he's talking about. She'll probably thank him and this and that. And this is how this stuff really gets moving. And that's what I love the most of all. For what we're doing here in Tuber Chat, in the chat, you see the conversations that we're all having. And, this didn't exist a couple of months ago. And now we have friendships that are building. Between myself, between the creators in the chat, between people, each other. And what happens is it's a really great feeling when you go out into other people's live streams and on other people's videos, and you're seeing familiar faces commenting and chatting and hanging out and having a good time. I love this stuff. Shemblem TV, thank you for coming back in. Oh, okay, yeah, Relaxing Music. It is your second time, so you're familiar with what we're doing. Shamblem TV has been here too, I'm 99% sure, even though it's been a little while, so thank you for coming in. Green Fam 20, so we're looking at your channel right now. I just wanted to make sure you were still here because I didn't see a message for a moment, but that's okay. I'm going to see what I can do about adding a couple of channels to the screen here. And then, yeah, so Cozy Relaxation and London Kev are making arrangements to swap playlists, and everybody, of course, is free to do that at their will. I do it as well. Our moderators do it, so you can reach out, and we're willing to swap playlists. I try to run one every day. When you run into somebody who has an extremely long playlist, what I would suggest is saying, okay, I'll run you for 24 hours or whatever you can afford to spend for time, or let it run out, or what I might often do is say to somebody, okay, I've racked up 7 playlists for the week, so I'm going to run you for 24 hours, but that's it, and then you can cut me off after 24 hours as well, depending on what the playlist is. For those people who have many videos, some creators have 100 videos and stuff like that, and you can get into playlists that take days to run. So as long as you're clear with your arrangements in the beginning, then you could say, okay, I'll swap you whatever I can afford for time, right? And again, you're only obligated to run it, but I'm just so happy that people are doing this. Thank you very much, Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. Well, you had been here before on, and thank you very much for liking and sharing on this account as well. You had been here with Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder when I started Tuber Chat, I remember. So I'm glad that we got to reconnect a little bit. This is what I'm talking about too. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is just coincidence, but he happened to be doing a live stream the other day playing a game that I sometimes play on my phone called 8-Ball Pool. And I just recognized the screenshot and I hopped in there for a second. Hey, how you doing? This and that. Now Kid Wonder's back in the house. He's got 2 channels now and talking about swapping playlists with people. So this can happen too. While we don't see the same people every single day, sometimes there's new people. Sometimes people come for a couple of weeks, and when they get what they need, they move on a little bit and then come back a little bit later because our goals change, right? Before 1,000 subscribers, we're all dying for that 1,000. But once we get 1,000, the goals change, and it's different for everybody. So I'm glad everybody's having a good time connecting. I'm just going to put Caleb's lawn care up here. I'm not going to use the wheel for the rest of the day. So Caleb's Lawn Care has a good handful of stuff, and we have now caught up. So we're connected. And I'm glad to have you back in the house. Maria Rama is a new connection. We'll get her going in a minute. Actually, you know what? I got a few channels here. So yes, I am going to bring the wheel back. I'm going to change my mind 100 times. Wheelofnames.com is the thing that I use for this wheel. It's wonderful. The person who made it just made it free. I forget where their message is, but here, look, we try to display only legitimate and honest ads and stuff like that, so that's fantastic. But they make it really easy to use, and you can customize this thing and all that. It's wonderful. I like when I see people, you know, everybody's got to make a living in this and that, and they do have ads on here, so they can make a few dollars, which is great, but they make it available for free. Anybody can fire this thing up, as I have done here. Let me spin the wheel. I won't go too fast, but I'll get another channel up here in a minute. Okay, so we're going to do Kid Wonders Gaming live stream in a second. Pardon me. Do another live later tonight. Okay, so Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is going to be, are you going to do it on, which channel are you going to do it on? Oh, there you go. Okay, Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Stream is back on that account. That's probably where they're going to do their live stream tonight. So everybody can check that out. And I will let everybody know in shameless self-promotion that I am going to go live on my personal channel tomorrow afternoon. We'll do Tuber Chat early, and then I will go out a few hours later or a couple hours later and go to Niagara Falls, which is in the city where I live. And I'll walk around. I'll show you one of the 7 wonders of the world, and we'll see what's happening down there. I like going out on Mondays and Fridays because Niagara Falls is a huge tourist town. And for the summer, it's like a favorite destination for a lot of people. So it's much better for me to be able to go out. I can social distance better on Monday than I could any other day, and I'll just go myself and do it. But we'll walk around. You'll have a look at the Niagara Falls. A couple of times I've been down there now. I try to go to different areas, but I haven't been right to the falls exclusively for a while. But I'll do that. One of the times I went down there, the weather was gorgeous. I don't know what to expect for tomorrow. It feels like rainbows follow you because of the mist from the falls. Oh, so Shutterbug Infinity, emojis. Many hosts in many live streams have rules of not using more than 2 emojis. So because most of the people in Tuber Chat have either been here before or been to other live streams before they've come here, everybody's pretty cool about it, and we barely ever get anybody using more than 2 emojis. I'm not too worried about it. Like, yes, I do have kind of rules like other people do, but I'm very lax because everybody in the chat has been respectful. 99% of the people who've ever come through here have been respectful. Most people know the rules, and then you just adhere by them. Nobody does anything they're not supposed to do. So I'm very lucky that way. So I don't have to be, on top of everybody all the time about it. So emojis are fine, but what we ask is for everybody to keep it to a minimum of 1 or 2. The reason why is because in chats like this, only in growth live streams where people are connecting with each other, it matters because it can be considered spam. We can't go anywhere close to anything that could be considered spam because YouTube kind of like watches channels like this. We don't want to get shut down. I've seen lots and lots and lots of live streams get shut down for different kind of spamming behavior and things like that. We never get a true concise answer from YouTube about why it happens, but the general consensus is keep, pardon me, your emojis to a minimum. Anywhere else on YouTube, the other 37 million channels that aren't doing what we're doing, you're free to do whatever you want. You can use numbers, you can use emojis, you can say whatever you want, basically, except for inappropriate things. But here, we just have to be a little more cautious because we don't want to violate terms and things like that. A single comment or a single, thread with 3 or 4 emojis isn't going to hurt anybody. But yeah, Michael's Adventures. The Hoops Family Network is somebody who was very much responsible for introducing me to the small YouTuber community that we're kind of talking about all the time. So Amanda's been there from the very beginning, even from the creation of the idea of Tuber Chat. When I decided to start this channel, it was based on the things that I had learned, even what I'm talking about now, about learning about emojis and stuff like that. Amanda was one of the people who taught me about this stuff and about the etiquette and the chats and the rules and all that kind of stuff. Shadowcast, thank you for coming in from Indonesia. Hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's here to connect, so please feel free to reach out to anybody that you'd like to one by one. Take your time, have fun with it, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Thank you for reminding everybody to thumbs up, and then just please follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen when you're connecting with people. And then hopefully I answered that question basically about the emojis. I'm just not too worked up about it. Philly Girl, thank you very much. If you're still here, thank you very much for the time you've spent. And yeah, Michael's Adventures, I was just saying. So the Hoops Family Network has been a close friend all of this time for probably 7. Yeah, I think it's at least 7 months now, since before Tuber Chat. Like she was partly inspiring for the idea, and we've had many conversations, and some of the things that I do are based on conversations that I've had with Amanda, because she cares so deeply, as you must see, about this community and the fact that things are done right and the fact that we can all grow together. It's from people like Amanda and other people that she started introducing me to, and it spidered out from there. But when I saw how many generous creators there were that genuinely want to see other people succeed and understand that we can all do it together and it actually helps everyone, that's why I started Tuber Chat, is because I understood that a community can be built because there's so many of these people, and the internet allows like-minded people to find each other. No problem, Jaden Sue. I appreciate all the time that you spend. Comedy Club, thank you for coming in. This must be your first time here. And Iceheart, I can't remember whether you've been here before. I feel like you might have been, but forgive me because your name might be popular. But either way, I hope you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. We're all here for the same thing, so please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody in the chat that you'd like. The best idea is always to go first. Don't wait for people to come to you. Everybody wants to connect. You can just read the instructions at the bottom of the screen and connect with anybody that you'd like to one by one. Just please take your time with it. Cozy Relaxation, thank you very much. Oh, Ladita Lockaby, are you here? I'm so sorry I didn't welcome you. Thank you for coming in. You must have slipped by me there while I was talking. Yeah, hopefully Shutterbug Infinity, I settled that question about the emojis. I didn't mean to sound like I meant not to use them, if that's what I might have sounded like when you're saying last week. We just keep it to a minimum. Shadowcast has been on YT for a short time. No one likes spam. What happens if you get a lot of spam? Well, you wouldn't want it because, YouTube can look at your channel then. I'll tell you a story if you'd like. So I'm a channel manager. That's how I started on YouTube several years ago. before all these rules came in about 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. But one of the channels that I managed, the owner of that channel, was doing a lot of sub for sub behavior. So when it came time to get monetized, they were put under investigation by YouTube for 2 months, and they lost income for all of those 2 months until they finally got monetized. So they lost 2 months of income, hundreds of dollars. So it was unfortunate. You don't want YouTube to watch your channel because of that. So if you have comments that are truly spam, you want to get rid of them. But one of the things you could do is when you're connecting with people in streams like this and chats like this, have a look at the person you're intending on connecting with and see the way they're acting in the chat, the things that they're saying. You'll get to know pretty quick whether they're the kind of person who's just doing sub for sub or if they're genuinely connecting. Here inside Tuber Chat, what we're trying to focus on is loyal and dedicated supporters who are going to continue to come back to your channel over and over again to give you views, likes, comments, and all the other things that we need as growing YouTubers, so that we can build our channels on a solid and strong foundation and then continue into the future by helping each other. That's the plan, and that's what we've got going on here. So hopefully you feel comfortable with that. But that's advice, as far as spam goes. Just be careful, because you might be drawing that in. You might not be. There's a lot of people out there who are just leaving simple comments and not taking any of this seriously because they don't understand yet. So what we aim to do at Tuber Chat as well is take newcomers and guide them by the hand so that they can learn the proper procedure and understand why it's important, so that as people keep teaching each other, the community gets better for everybody and we can all build our channels a little more solidly. No sweat, Jaden Sue. Thank you. Oh, Ladita Lockaby, thank you very much. I always allowed 2 emojis, and then last week they said not to use them. Oh, that must be, you must be, oh, yes, I heard that. I heard that emojis lose watch hours. So I can tell you right now, from hanging out in Tuber Chat for as long as you have and seeing how many emojis are going by, it's not tons of them, right? It's not too out of control. I don't believe for 1 second that it's affecting our watch time at all. So I watch the stats, I look at our watch time, and I don't think we're getting hurt. Tuber Chat typically has somewhere around 75 to 80 people that come through every live stream. I look at the stats after and I know this. Between that time, we get about 75 hours of watch time per live stream. So you can guess that sounds like a lot, and sometimes we're busier. We have had live streams. I think last week we had 114 people come through on one. It varies, but it grows consistently. It used to be 50 people, now we're up to 75, 80. Eventually it'll be 100 every time, this and that. But they come through at different times, right? Tuber Chat's lasting about 2.5 hours now. We get about 75 hours of watch time per live stream, and I can't even be certain about that. That's what the analytics seem to say afterwards. So I don't believe we're losing any watch time because of emojis. I think that as this has become more and more popular, now, I don't know about you, but when I look at my live stream, my subscription list and how many people are live streaming, there are probably 20 or 30 live streams doing what we're doing at the same time. Tuber Chat is certainly not the first. We learned a year after people started doing this, and I decided to build it the way that I did. But the rules are just getting out of hand, because a lot of streams now are saying don't use the word dance, don't use the word house, don't use this, don't use that. You're basically not allowed to say anything or do anything anymore, and I think that that's too much. So hopefully, as you hang out here and you start having conversations, as I see you have been, you'll understand that we're so focused. I'm trying to put the persona out there that we're really focused on loyal and dedicated supporters, and I believe it wholeheartedly, and it's working, which is great. So you have to make the right decisions for your own channel, for your own live streams, and this and that. I took all the rules that I learned and I put them all in place in Tuber Chat. That's why we don't finger point, we don't have handshakes, all the S words are blocked and things like that. because I took the rules that I learned. But now, 6-7 months later, there's so many more rules that people have either come up with or invented or could be legitimate, and it's just too much. Like, for instance, I was saying the other day I was in a live stream, and the moderators were jumping on everybody who tried to connect with Tuber Chat because the word connect is in our name. So they were saying, no, you can't do that. You can't symbol them. You have to like type their name out and this, that. And I was like, that's ridiculous. There's no such rule. Nobody's live stream. Tuber Chat's been running now for 46 live streams, and not one has been shut down because the word connect is in our name. Not one has been shut down because of the emojis that we're using or numbers people forget and just accidentally say once in a while. So forgive I get so passionate about this stuff. Thank you very much. Last podcast before the world explodes. I'm glad to see that you cracked the 100 and you're getting it a little more solid there. Donut Toys and Games. Oh, Mick, for real. I'm glad you're back. I've got you. I'm going to feature your channel next Monday. I wanted to make sure that you knew about that. It's already scheduled. The thumbnail's already up, so you can have a look. Ladita Lockaby, yeah. And so forgive me, I don't mean to get behind in the chat. And then Shutterbug Infinity told a lot of things. Know what to do concerning spam words, not spell that word either in full. I'll tell you what, if you'd like to, you can reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook if you have either of those. And I will send you my banned words list that I use in the back of Tuber Chat and my other channels to help with the spam. So it's not mine. Somebody else made it available for everybody for free. I downloaded it. I've been using it for a couple months, and I've added to it. So you'll find that really helps. It helps all the bad, inappropriate things that people can say, as well as it helps with all the things we need to avoid here. You can expand it or take things away if you want to, but it'll make it so easy on you. That's why you notice that Tuber Chat doesn't have hardly any moderators. Today, I think only Kristen's really been here. Kira wasn't feeling well. Yeah, no mods. Kristen's here. That's it. Kristen's my girlfriend. She is a great moderator because she's been with me all this time and she knows what to do, but we don't need it because the robots have got first of all, I got the banned words list in the background. I got the robots running to drop links for me so I don't have to do it all day. And we survived today with one moderator. I think It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey came in for a moment, but that's it. And that's what I wish for everybody. If you could do things to make things easier on you, I wish to do that as well. So you have to make the right decisions for yourself. Unfortunately, now we're getting so bombarded with these rules that it comes all down to common sense. That's the only thing you can go on. You just have to decide what you think is right and what's not. Yeah, Mick, for real, that's great. No problem. I appreciate, as we get, we're all busy, right? And as we follow more and more creators, it's impossible to support everybody every minute that you wish that you could. That goes for everybody. So I appreciate every minute that you can spend here at Tuber Chat and with my personal channel. So one of the reasons why I feature channels is because I recognize the dedication and the time that they've spent. So this is Cloud9 Caravanning. I'm glad to have you back in the house, so thank you. Thank you, that Blue Moon. I'm happy about everything that's going on around here, too. Okay, thank you, Shadowcast. Hopefully we see you again. Oh, I'm Kevin K. KEVINKAYE is the last name. If you want to connect with my personal YouTube channel, I just put a message in the chat for that, too. I should come up first when you search for Kevin K. I might look at that, actually, YouTube Analyze Mick, for real. This is what I mean. Like, I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. And all I wish to do is take the knowledge that I gain, share it with everyone, and hopefully get some feedback as well so we can continue to learn together so that we can all make the right decisions for our channels. There's so much information out there, but unless you're a Google engineer, that actually works on the programming in the background to understand the truth about the algorithm. And I don't think we'll ever hear the truth, even if we did find somebody that's like that. We just have to be as careful as we can, follow common sense. It's just getting a little bit much. I don't want to keep saying the same thing. I know I do that all the time. That blue moon, well, you have 166, which is great. And hopefully you won't lose anybody, or certainly not many, as long as you're always doing the right thing, which I think that you are. Then that's all you can do. Most of the things with YouTube are 2 steps forward and 1 step back. It happens to watch hours, happens to subscribers, happens to a lot of other things, analytics of all kinds. So we know that already. So when you're aiming for 1,000 subscribers, you aim for 1,100, and then you'll get there. You aim for, instead of 4,000 watch hours, you aim for 5,000, and then you know you'll get there. I promise you this, when I first, my channel is now monetized, of course, my personal channel, and I run other channels for other people who are monetized. They're making thousands of dollars and this and that. But my personal channel got monetized. By the time I got 4,000 hours of watch time, I think I got another 1,000 hours within a week, because so many people were running playlists for me, because I'd run playlists for people and this and that. That's what I hope for everybody. Jaden Sue, maybe that's a good idea to do a live stream on how to be consistent on YouTube. I'll make a note of it, and the next time I talk about that kind of stuff, then I could talk about it. One of the things I would suggest to anybody is that even if you're not the kind of person who schedules your time out, you might have to. It can really help to say you're going to post 1 day a week. It's not the posting that's the problem. It's the filming. It's the coming up with the ideas and then making the videos. There's a million ideas out there. You can certainly do it. Everybody can, no matter what your channel is based on. But finding a time of the week or a day of the week where every single week you can film, if you have to film, make your video, and then schedule a post, then, you know, for some of us, that's what we got to do. We do it with television shows. You know, if there was a TV show that you wanted to watch and it comes on every Sunday night, like I love the show Billions, so I don't usually miss it when it's out, but I know we can schedule TV shows and stuff like that now for ourselves. But the idea is, we used to, you know, rush and say, I'm not doing anything else for this hour, half hour today because I'm watching this TV show. Same thing as making a video. You give up one thing, set an hour aside, or 2 hours or 3 or whatever it's going to take you to make your video, and you make it every single week, same time. That might work. That's the best advice I can give. Even I'm not consistent. My personal channel, I'm so far behind in making videos, it's not even funny. Tuber Chat, always on schedule. I never miss this, because this is what I love. This is what I care about even more than what I'm doing with my personal channel. That's just for experimenting and having fun and stuff like that. Yeah, that blue moon, you never know, but hopefully you won't lose many or any. Hopefully. MAH Videos back in the house. Thank you very much. And then hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting with each other. Editing thing, one area trying to work on, aiming for quality, also still has to hit the schedule. You're absolutely right, Mick, for real. You got to make the right decisions for your own channel, and it's a balance between quality and quantity, right? The most important thing, in my opinion, you must be putting out 1 piece of quality content per week. It's up to you what quality is, not up to me. But I can tell you, my best performing video on my personal channel has almost 30,000 views now. It's a tablet review video. Now, I was lucky because the tablet happens to be a popular one, but I promise you my video is no better than any other video. I use an old iPhone SE that's probably 5 years old now to film, and I made mistakes in the video. I even made mistake editing. And there's people have asked me at least 10 or 20 questions after because of things that I didn't think to put in the video. But that video took off because my channel was ready for luck to come by and take a video away. And that's what I wish for everybody. You must get to the point of putting out at least 1 video a week. If you can live stream as well, that's great. But at least 1 piece of content every single week. And then your channel will start to solidify and you'll be set up for success. So when luck picks you, because it will, then you'll be ready. Jaden, that's okay. As long as you can eventually get there, that's what you're looking for. Oh, Oakstyle. Good thing you're here. Thank you for coming in. You are going to be featured on Saturday. I already have the live stream scheduled and the thumbnail is up, so you can have a look. But I'm happy that you made it so that I could let you know. This is Michael and Paula. This is Michael's Adventures was talking about them earlier. Michael and Paula was here earlier today, and I've had the pleasure of hanging out a couple of times in their live stream. I've only been there when Michael's been there, but this one I was here. I must have been here. This is probably where we first connected, a 3-minute video. There's another live stream that I must have somehow caught or gone back to look at. Oh, there's another video. So, I don't know what I've watched and what I connected with and what live streams I've been in. I'm not sure. But I always have a good time hanging out with Michael and Paula. He's a wonderful creator that's aggressively growing his channel. Zelda Master John's in the house. I don't know when you came in. I'm so sorry I didn't welcome you. Must have slipped by me while I was talking for hours on end. And then Team Life Devotional. Glad to have you back. So thank you very much for coming in. Sunflower Angel. It's great to see. Looks like everybody's having a good time connecting. As told by Tina, thank you very much. I'm just looking in another window here. Let me spin just for fun. We'll get Kid Wonder's gaming and live stream up here. Oh, that blue moon, I'm probably going to start winding it down shortly. We'll let everybody connect and finish the connections. Thank you very much, Iceheart. I hope that you'll continue to come. We stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change every week. So hopefully you're subscribed and got the bell on. Yeah, so Mick, for real, yeah, anytime you mention that you're willing to swap playlists, hopefully a couple creators will reach out to you, and then you're free to make those arrangements, of course. All of our moderators do it. Kristen does it, and I do it. If you want to swap with us, then we can do that too. Hope one day you reach somewhere. Hosts wonder how long it will take you. What do you want to get to? MAH videos? My pleasure, Kid Wonder. Yeah, and Shutterbug Infinity's willing to do playlists, as we're seeing here. I'm going to make a little list for myself here. Zelda Master John, of course, is willing to swap. I've already swapped with him. Kid Wonder is willing to swap. I know that for sure. New month coming, got to go at that time. I don't know what you mean by that, Zelda Master John. Maybe I didn't catch it. There you go. So Shutterbug Infinity is reaching out to you, Zelda Master John, if you want to connect for the purpose of swapping playlists. Oh, yeah. So Jaden, I don't have videos on Tuber Chat. There's no videos. There's like one video of 30 seconds. That's all there is. So I can't have a playlist of videos that's not live streams. I don't have a choice. But for regular channels where you have videos and live streams, you're supposed to only use videos. So Tuber Chat has to be stuck with live streams for now until I can get a lot of videos up. But you can imagine it's going to take me months to get enough videos to even make a playlist. And the truth is we'll probably be monetized by then. I'm guessing that Tuber Chat will be monetized not too long after the beginning of September. Could be a little bit earlier. And I am willing to swap playlists, and I do it every day with people. I'm doing it with Kid Wonder right now. As a matter of fact, we're swapping playlists right this minute. Yeah, it's going to take a little while. How many hours should there be in a playlist? MAH videos, what I would do is I would make one playlist, and this is what I advise everybody. Make one playlist of every pre-recorded video you've ever made, and then call it all of MAH videos, and put it at the bottom of your front page if you can. And what that does is, even if your playlist is really long, you could just do like what Kid Wonder and I are doing right now. So I'm running Kid Wonder's playlist for him right now, but Tuber Chat has 46 episodes at more than 2 hours each. So you can see there's over 90 hours. That's unreasonable to ask anybody to play. So pardon me, when I'm swapping playlists for Tuber Chat, what I say to somebody is, because we can't have a proper playlist, then I say, I will run your playlist for either as long as it is or 24 hours or something like that. And then just please run Tuber Chat for as long as you can. And that's it. You don't have to run it for days. You don't have to run it for 90 hours. That's ridiculous. But anything helps. Tuber Chat needs hours just as much as everybody else does. That's why I have Stream Elements dropping that link all day, just in case anybody has the time to run. I'm willing to swap, of course. But if somebody just wants to run, then that's fine too. But that's what I would do. So you can also, some creators like Kanisha Harry, who's a dear friend, will make many playlists. So she'll make a 5-hour playlist and a 10-hour playlist and a 20-hour playlist. That way you can pick which one you want and just swap with that one. Then you don't have to worry about it. But again, I just run whatever somebody has, and then I just ask them to run Tuber Chat as long as they can. Yeah, Shutterbug Infinity, I'm assuming that you're asking me. Oh, and sorry, let me try to catch up a little bit. Okay, thank you very much, Michael's Adventures. Thank you very much. And then new month, so for watch time, aim for so much time to start off the month. Oh, okay, it's great to have personal goals if that's what I'm getting out of that. Shutterbug Infinity, does it not count in watch hours on a playlist? Yes, absolutely. So that's why we do that. So any video that you have that anybody watches for any amount of time, or at least runs for any amount of time, of course you get the watch hours. Things that can affect you is if somebody's trying to watch your live stream and watch videos on the same account at the same time, you may not get them because YouTube calls that low quality playbacks. It's in their community guidelines, and you may not get the credit for those. So you don't want to do anything that like could be bending the rules. That's why for Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, I pause his playlist while I live stream. When I'm done, then I will go and continue running his playlist afterwards. So that's a thought. But again, the way to make a playlist is you put every pre-recorded video you've ever made, no live streams, because we can't be sure how much credit you're actually getting for those live streams. The idea is YouTube knows that no human being would sit there and watch 3 days of live streams in a row. It's not like videos. Videos are more like television shows where, yes, somebody could see. Like, if I like 8-Ball Pool and I like Kid Wonder, maybe I would sit there and watch. I mean, never mind, these are live streams, but for the ones that are videos, maybe I would sit there and watch videos of that game because I love it so much. Like people watch gameplay of Fortnite or Grand Theft Auto or Roblox and stuff like that. Yeah, so Zelda Master John, when you run a playlist for somebody, at the end of running that playlist, if you refresh, there will be red lines of progress bars under the videos. Let me see if I can find something from Kid Wonder here. Was I on Tuber Chat? Yeah, so there's a red line. Now, when you're running a playlist, you're going to see lots of red lines. I'm surprised there's not more here right now. Oh, because this is gaming and live stream, and I'm running Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. Let me show you. I'll switch to his other channel. I go on Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, who I'm running playlist for right now. When you go on videos, now you see red lines starting to come up all over the place. The playlist is obviously out of order, but you can see how much has been run. So approximately 2 weeks from now, maybe longer, those red lines will disappear. And people might advise you to clear your cache or empty your watch history and stuff like that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you, run a playlist for somebody one time, and then if you want to a month later, you run it for them again. One of the reasons why is because playlists, even though we can run them and we can gain watch hours, you can't physically be running more playlists than people are running for you at the same time. Like, so if 3 people are running your playlist and you're only running one at a time, that doesn't work out mathematically, right? But the other thing too is this is meant to build relationships between people. You see how Kid Wonder and I talk in the chat as if we know each other, because we've been together now following each other for months and months and months. And our friendship is building, as yours will. When you swap playlists with somebody, now you've traded favors. Now you have this little friendship that's going to start to bloom into something. Lots of creators have lots of friendships. I talk to lots of people offline all the time. Zelda Master John and I talk frequently, at least once a week. Most often, we talk outside of YouTube, for instance. And that started, I don't remember if it started from swapping playlists or not, but that's something that we've done as well. But you have to wait for those red lines to disappear. Mick, for real. Oh, it's not going to let you. Okay, I just allowed that anyway. Mick, for real, your message got held just because they don't allow links. But that's okay. I just put it through anyway. Jaden, if somebody else's video is in your playlist, they get the watch time, not you. So that's not a good idea if you're trying to make watch hours. If you want to make playlists of other people's videos because you like them and you want to show them to other people to help them, you can, but it's not going to help yourself. Sometimes, like I run many channels. So on some of the channels that I run, especially for other people, if they have multiple channels, we might put one playlist from another channel on the front page of their main channel to cross promote. That's a possibility. But if you have somebody else's video in your playlist, they will get the watch time and the view for that, not you. Pardon me. Zelda Master John is very much available on social networks, so you can get to them easily if you'd like to. Oh, it's no problem, Mick, for real. I just wanted to let you know that the reason your message got held is because they block all links, so an email address is considered a link. It's no problem for me. We never have that, so it doesn't matter. That's what I mean about these things with the rules in the chats and stuff like that. Because Tuber Chat is so clean and we don't drop any links, like I drop them for people who need them, but otherwise, no. Now that affords me the ability to be able to drop as many as we want, because we're not overdoing it. And then, yeah, while we're talking about social media, hopefully everybody's connected to Tuber Chat as well. It's always the name Tuber Chat, whether it's on Reddit or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. Easy to find, and then hopefully you'll sign up for the email list at tuberchat.com as well. It's very simple. It's only me that's going to email you. I haven't even started yet, but sometime soon I'll start sending emails regularly, not more than once a week, probably much less frequent than that, just to let you know what we're doing while we're doing it at Tuber Chat, because I build other things to help you find other creators while we're not live streaming. So for instance, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter is a great place to find people. And we have a subreddit dedicated to Tuber Chat and a thread within that subreddit dedicated just to swapping playlists if you'd like to do that. MAH videos, you have seen the ratings for a particular video. They asked to rate the video. I wonder what I don't know what you mean by that, so forgive me. Thank you, Jaden. Thank you for running that playlist. I'm hoping, Jaden, that you come out with a lot more of your own content so that I have a feeling you're out there running playlists for people far more than you're getting run back, if that's the case. And you have to be willing to run other people's playlists too. So if you make an arrangement, you want somebody to run your playlist, you have to be willing to run theirs, even if yours is shorter than theirs. But it's great that you're doing that, so that's great. Did I miss a channel that came in here? Natural Curls for Life. Sorry, I didn't welcome you when you came in. I get caught up talking, so forgive me for that, but thank you for coming back in. Oh, YouTuber Shane. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not welcoming you. You came in a few minutes ago. But I appreciate you coming and checking out Tuber Chat. Hopefully you feel welcome. We've got a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody in the chat that you'd like to, one by one. Follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Oh, just going to ask, when you're free, can you check out your About page? That Blue Moon, I certainly will. As a matter of fact, why don't I just look at it right now? Take the wheel off. We don't need that anymore for today. I'll put the wheel back up for tomorrow. Hopefully everybody subscribed to Tuber Chat and has the bell on. We stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change. Here's That Blue Moon. This is going to be our featured channel on Friday. Is there anything in particular that you wanted me to see, That Blue Moon? You've got a great description of what you're doing here, and I'm glad to see you've got a couple of links happening here as well. And there's a link to That Blue Moon. Nightbot just dropped it a second ago. You've done a great job here. You've described exactly what you're doing. It's not too long, so you can expect people will probably read it. I'm happy that you've got these links. If you end up with other social media of any kind, then you want to make sure that they're there too. But otherwise, you've done a great job here. One of the things anybody can do to improve their About page or your descriptions in your videos is follow other creators that you admire or respect, or you know are doing well or are doing what you wish to do, and see how they do it. There's a lot of information out there. A lot of people are going to say how to do this, how to do that, and it's overwhelming. But if you look at some of the channels that you like or the creators that you like, and you follow their examples for the things that you put in your descriptions, then you'll find yourself improving. But I think you've done a great job. Your writing is fantastic, and you're letting people know what you're doing, so it's great. Great. Mick For Real is working on a playlist, it looks like, as well. Hopefully they'll get a channel, another video out right away to get in there. And then Jaden, of course, the group is just Tuber Chat. When you search Facebook for the group Tuber Chat, it'll come up. We have a Tuber Chat page that's at facebook.com/tuberchat, where I just post our stuff going out, and then there's a group where I'm hoping eventually everybody will post their videos as well, just like we do on Reddit. And let's see what we got happening here. Okay, we are going to do a Tuber Chat raid. So thank you, everybody, for the time you've spent. Seven and Love, thank you for coming in. Sorry, I was just going to wrap it up in a second here, but I'll give everybody a great channel to go and connect with. There's another growth stream. James Gipe is live right now. He's been in here a couple of times to support us, and he does a great growth stream where I've gained many subscribers, both on my personal channel and here. So if everybody would, type Tuber Chat Raid when you get there and hit that link that I just dropped, and we will all go over there, and you can continue connecting the way that we do here. And hopefully you'll enjoy your time over there. And I appreciate every moment that everybody spent. Of course, we're back tomorrow, and we will be back every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And thank you all for engaging the conversation. I think we've learned quite a bit from each other today. I'm really happy about that. And hopefully everybody's got some good information. We can all improve our channels. And then I will see, hopefully, some of you tomorrow. And I'll go live afterwards as well. Kira's going to do some gaming live streaming as well with Kristen. So that'll be entertaining as well right after Tuber Chat. So thank you, everyone. And if you would, please say Tuber Chat Raid when you get over there. And just hit that link that I put in the chat.